Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I'll speak about AUDUSD. And as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I'll cover the technical aspect for this market, then we will be moving to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the big players and institutions are doing and how they're moving and shifting their orders, which is what you see right here. And by the end of the video, by putting together these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. So without further ado, let's jump straight onto the chart. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which at the moment is testing a quite strong historical monthly demand and support area and has actually already started a rejection to the upside. In fact, from here, all this previous rejection to the upside was created. Again, here the market tested its zone and rejected it to the upside. At the moment, the market is testing again the exact same zone, has already tried going lower and failed, and we can see this by analyzing this huge wick that tested the historical demand and support area. And at the moment, the market is in the process of creating a rejection to the upside away from this zone. So from a monthly standpoint, everything looks quite bullish and more bullish price action could be expected away from this area. Let's keep all of this in mind and drop down on the weekly time frame. From a weekly perspective, the rejection to the upside is massive. We can see how the market has already almost completely engulfed the previous weekly candle to the downside. And in a situation like this, what this shows is that when the market dropped below the demand and support area, a huge amount of buyers stepped in to protect its zone as support, creating this massive rejection to the upside. And we will be speaking about this institutional buying in just a few moments when we move to the commitment of traders analysis. But for now, let's keep all of this in mind and drop down on the daily time frame. From a daily perspective, I actually spoke about AUDUSD when the market was around here a few days ago, and I made a full breakdown explaining all the reasons for which I was expecting this rejection to the upside and for institutional buyers to step in and push this price higher. And by the way, I will link that previous analysis in description so you can go and check it out for more free education. But at the moment, what we have to keep in mind is that the market from a daily closing perspective has now closed back above this level of structure, meaning that when the market was below the zone, this previous support was turned resistance. Now this is again turned support. So if the market will now go and retest this previous resistance turned support area, we essentially have confluence of support around this area, because if we take our Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse leg, we can see how we have the 0.32 around this zone, meaning that if the market will now correct to this area, we essentially have strong confluence of support inside of this area, and inside of a confluence of support zone, there is an increased probability of seeing institutional longing. Speaking about institutional longing, let's go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so what the big players in the market are doing. Now, if we look at the data for the AUD, we have to keep in mind that we are already looking at AUDUSD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. And we can see 2,200 longs added just with the last report and 10,200 shorts getting closed. So with the last report, institutions are adding longs and closing shorts on the AUD. So on the AUDUSD, therefore making it stronger. So let's keep also this in mind and move back to the chart. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure that you join my free Telegram channel, which you find linked in description, so you never miss new updates. Now back to the analysis. So the market is at the moment breaking above this structure and has the possibility of retesting this confluence of support with institutional longing already happening. So in a situation like this, what would I expect? Well, as my students know very well, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data Those are the best time frames when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best time frames for that are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to a bullish market, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential rejection to the upside away from this area, fueled by the institutional longing inside of the historical demand and support zone. That definitely wouldn't surprise me. Now, if you want to learn more, I really recommend that you go and check out my website, which is linked in the description, because what you see me share here on YouTube is actually just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, if you head over to the website in the description, you will have the possibility to join the best trading program on the planet. You will gain access to all the courses ranging from the very basics of charting all the way to the more advanced topics like building automated trading strategies using the MQL4 programming language, building portfolios of strategies using quantitative finance tools like the Quant Analyzer, and much more. You will have the possibility, in fact, to gain access to the trading station software with the Telegram notifications integration, one-on-one private mentoring directly with me, the COT Data software, which often you see me use directly in my YouTube videos, on all my platforms actually. And if you scroll down, you will see that you also have the possibility to get the integration. So all my EAs, which you find here presented one by one directly on the website. And you also have the possibility to gain access to my live trading show. So I live stream of all the trades on my live account as they're opened, closed, trade, and obviously managed. And if you continue to scroll down, you will see that you have the possibility to join just after here the testimonials and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout process. So I really suggest that at least you go and check it out. The link is in the description and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you click on the like button to support the channel. Also, any questions you might have, let me know in the comments below. Also, new pairs that you would like me to cover in my next videos. Make sure to also subscribe to the channel so you never miss new updates, and I will see you in my next video.